Britain's best-loved High Court enforcement agents are back. And in a can't-pay special,
Dancing like a big man.
we see them pushed to their limits.
You can tear my family apart.
As they meet families in crisis, whose lives are being turned upside down.
Somebody's gonna get hurt. I got me or you lot.
From parents losing their homes,
You know you had
Right.
Yeah? No, don't kiss me.
to sons desperate to hold on to their family's prized possessions,
What's he doing in the house?
Stop it.
to relationships at breaking point.
Look, at the end of the day, you'll pay me back. I know that.
We see the agents tackle some of the most emotionally challenging jobs of their careers.
I will punch you clean through that window.
Because if you can't pay, they'll take it away.
Look, I don't give bundles.
A third of UK landlords have experienced rent arrears in the last year. In total, they're owed over £900 million. And 1 in 3 landlords worry their tenants will struggle with payments in the next year. Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor are High Court enforcement agents. They travel hundreds of miles each week, collecting debts, seizing goods, and repossessing homes. Today they're in Rugby, Warwickshire, to evict a tenant, Candice Mills.
She owes over £6,000 worth of rent. How can you get away with paying not £6,000 worth of rent?
Unbelievable, eh?
But the agents aren't here to collect the £6,000 worth of arrears. Their job is to get Candice out, today.
When we do go to evictions, it's the worst day in most people's lives, and it can turn families upside down. The emotions run high, where they're going to go, how they're going to deal with the situation, which is understandable, because people don't want to lose their home, it's people's lives.
But this job isn't going to be straightforward.
Hello there, sir. Have you got the locksmith? I think he's here. Brilliant, okay.
Landlord James McHugh is already at the property.
From day one, basically, she was falling behind with her rent and not paying rent when it was due, and coming up with various excuses why she couldn't pay or wouldn't pay.
Candice would have received notice of the eviction from the county court, but the High Court agents are here today without warning. The writ allows the agents to enter the property through an open door at any time.
Hello? High Court enforcement.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello, High Court enforcement.
Candice doesn't seem to be in.
Hello there, sir.
But then a man appears from upstairs.
High Court enforcement agents, we've got a writ to take over the property.
Do you know the tenant?
I'm not the tenant.
No, see, do you know the tenant?
I do know the tenant.
Right, so I don't have a contact details.
I'll give you the number.
Yeah,
right, you can
got
do
the
that.
number, that's fine.
The man is Candice's ex-partner.
I'll give her a quick ring now. Hello, is that Candice? Candice, hello, my name's Mr. McCracken, I'm a High Court enforcement agent. I've been sent on behalf of the landlord to execute a writ of possession, i.e. take over the property.
Well, I'm not at the house now, and I have no sort of, nothing to say that that's going to happen.
But we're here now to change a lot. How long will you be?
I'll be about 5 minutes.
Okay, no problem.
The council tax what? Rent?
I can only imagine rent, sir. I can only imagine rent. We'll give you an hour.
Minutes later, Candice arrives.
Sorry, I'm on the phone to the police.
Are you Candice?
Yeah, I am Candice. Sorry, I've got a phone call to say that these people are coming to change locks in my house.
High Court enforcement agents.
High Court's informant agents.
High Court.
I gave it to her.
Yeah, I've had no notice. I spoke to James on Monday.
You wouldn't give notice if it's High Court.
Well, I've had nothing. Just please. Go on, sorry.
You would have had a notice for eviction.
Nothing has come at all.
No, listen. What's this?
Just shut up! I'm on the phone to the police! Oh, no, it's not.
It's not signed warrant.
It's not signed.
Of course it is. It's got a
It's not
stamp.
signed. There's no signature. There's no actual signature.
That stamp there is a signature, sir. When the defendant doesn't understand the situation, we need to make it clear to them the most important bits of the writ and what we are here to do, and this is what's going to happen. Because the last thing we want to do is evict somebody and they don't know what the next step is.
Candice is still on the phone to the police.
I can't hear anything really sorry.
4 times a day, every day. You know, we've heard it before. It's got a stamp on it.
Sorry, I am
The clock is ticking.
I've got
1.
I've got
I know, you know.
Can you shut up?
I'm giving you the time.
Yeah, can you shut up, please?
Right, if you
Don't
hang
tell
on,
me to
hang
shut
on,
up.
hang on,
Well,
hang on,
listen,
hang on,
I'm on the phone to the police.
Right,
I can't-
hang on. If you're having a
It's
conversation,
a mobile phone.
I can't.
hang on, 1 second.
What you're saying as well.
Right, if you're having a conversation, go upstairs.
Go on. No, I'm not going to say
Right,
that.
fine.
This landlord is known for doing this.
Right, okay. We don't get
Okay.
involved with that. Okay, we're simply
Well,
here.
okay, well, that's fair enough. You're here to take your job, and I appreciate that.
I understand
you
that.
know.
We're simply here
but
to
what-
take over the property. Simple as that.
Do you know, I'm annoyed because I've got 4 children. I don't know. I'm just come back from an interview, yeah. I don't know what the hell, where the hell this is going. Candice, I don't know what I do. Where do I go?
I can explain it to you if you give me opportunity.
When we go into an eviction, there is that fear that it could turn into a violent situation. We have to keep the peace in effect to try and resolve the situation as quickly and as effectively as possible.
The police confirm that the eviction is legal. Because Candice has 4 children, Vic needs to calm her down and explain what she must do next.
Right. This document, you need to take that to the housing department or your local council, all right? Because you've got children,
We can put you into emergency.
they will
camp.
put you up in emergency accommodation.
Candice says she didn't know her landlord wanted to evict her, so Stuart heads out to speak to him.
How long has she been paying rent for?
When did you stop paying?
Yeah.
Well, basically for a year now. But the council pays 75%, but because there's been arrears and obviously the 25% to keep them out.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a look on the rate. It's about $6.5 grand at the moment. It's like I couldn't afford to keep it for that long. Yeah, you know what I mean. You can't be giving houses away for free. You know what I mean? We've all got bills to pay. You know.
It's got a different excuse every week.
Yeah.
The law.
But Candice has a very different version of events.
I hate that man out there. I swear to God.
I was over you out there.
Yeah, he's out there. Yeah, he's out
I
there.
thought it would be small, but no point.
They have record of him doing this to me before.
Okay.
He's getting his rent.
What did he?
I've had nothing from him to say anything.
We're out of the house, yeah? Let's just go and get our stuff.
Yeah.
He's an absolute knob.
Right.
This is what he does. He's known for doing this.
Then Candice decides to confront James the landlord.
Look, Hugh, right, listen.
How fucking dare you? How fucking dare you, you wanker? You know exactly that you've had. You know you've had rent from me. You know you've had rent from me. No, you know you've had rent from me. Don't fucking lie.
Hang on.
You are so fucking lucky. You know you've had rent.
Hang on, right.
Yeah. No, don't touch me. You know you've had rent
At the
from
end of the day,
me.
right?
This is what you do.
At the end of the day, I'll phone the police and I'll go on the
Hello?
public order arrest. All right?
I
You
don't
want
care.
that.
Public
You don't want
order.
that.
What started as a simple repossession has begun to turn nasty. Stuart and Vic need to act quickly to keep this eviction on track. High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor were in Rugby, Warwickshire, carrying out an eviction at a family home.
Sorry, I'm on the phone to the police. Hello.
The tenant, Candice Mills, a mother of 4, was nearly £7,000 in arrears, but she claimed she'd been paying her rent.
They have record of him doing this to me before. He's getting his rent.
And when Candice spotted the landlord outside, tempers reached boiling point.
How fucking dare you, you wanker?
Now, whatever the rights or wrongs of the dispute, the agents need to get Candice to leave the property.
Okay, it's 1:15. At 1:15, at 1:45, we will be closing the doors, so you've got half an hour.
I'm just going. I just want out. I don't.
We take a photo of everything in the house, we do an inventory, okay, and we keep that secure. Then you need to arrange to come back in the next 7 days to get, like, hire a van and get your stuff.
That's fine.
But everything's safe, alright, so don't worry about that.
Brilliant.
But from what you've told me, maybe it's the best thing that you move on in the nicest way. You know what I mean?
While Candice finishes packing, the agents take an inventory of goods in the house. But they're in for a shock.
My God. Oh my God, this is horrendous. The state of this place. When we go to properties and you see that they've been mistreated and are in a right state, I just find it absurd that people would do that to something that doesn't belong to them, especially when you haven't been paying the rent. It just makes me think that the tenant hasn't got any respect, and it's a shame.
Candice's time to pack her essential belongings is almost up. But she's concerned about whether the landlord will let her back in to pick up the rest of the family's possessions.
Well, there's on our notice there, you've got our contact number. Give us a ring and then we can come back. Alright? We can come back and let you back in and get all that sorted, alright? So that's not an issue.
I just want out.
Go on, you got it.
Right. The eviction is now complete. Candice doesn't know where she and her family will sleep tonight.
I'm homeless. Me and my 4 children are homeless. When I leave here, I'm going to go to the council to get emergency accommodation. So, yeah. That's what I've got to do with my 2 dogs.
But Candice has some final words for her landlord.
You're wicked, you're an evil man. You're an evil, dirty man. And this is why people should never rent privately rented. Because they get dodgy landlords like James McHugh.
Now Candice has left, it's the landlord's first chance to see inside the house.
I was half expecting things to be bad. I mean, the main thing in the kitchen is the cooker. You know, the door was missing. The whole house is going to have to be recarpeted. And, you know, so it's going to be a bit of a costly exercise.
It's a bit of a shame if you're losing your home, but if you don't pay your rent, then you're going to fall into that category.
I don't know where she gets from that she has paid, or she's paying a rent, or the council is paying a rent, etc., etc. If you got a High Court writ with an amount of £6,742 on it. And what happened to the rest of the carpets of the house and everything else has been destroyed?
Yeah.
Families in crisis often provide emotional and challenging circumstances for the agents, needing all their training and experience. But when father and son team Del and Dale Anglin turned up a few months ago at a family home to collect a simple debt, they had no idea that they would end up in the middle of a war zone. The agents are in Lee, southeast London, with a writ for over £3,500 owed to a van rental company.
All right, Dale. What have we got? Got a Mr. Mohammed Bilal Tarafta.
If Mr. Tarafta can't or won't pay today, the agents have the power to seize goods to the value of the debt.
Morning. My name's Dale Anglin. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. I'm looking for Mr. Mohammed Bilal Tarafta. Is it you, yeah? It's regarding monies owed to Ace Rental Van Limited.
Ace?
Yeah.
I've never heard of Ace.
You've never heard of Ace Rental Van?
Yeah, I've heard of them, but I only hired a van for 1 day.
Right, but they've taken you to court and issued a court order against yourself, and you owe them the amount of £3,507.89.
What?
I don't know what it's for.
I don't know why you got to come in here without all these. I don't understand this, right?
We got a High Court writ to obviously come here to get the money off you. That's why we're here. We've been sent here to get the money
for that.
With Bilal saying he won't pay, the agents need to look for any assets he might own, which means they need to get inside the house.
Let one of us in.
No.
A debtor may be anxious to not inform their family of their debt because it's embarrassing. For example, dad or mum may have previously bailed them out of a situation, and here we are again confronted with enforcement agents in your house over a debt that you haven't taken care of.
But then, Bilal's father appears in the hallway.
You all right, sir? What I'd like to do, with your permission, sir, is to come in.
No, you can't come in my house.
Well,
No, you can't come in my house.
I understand that, sir, but we want to be able to report back on
You
your...
can report whatever you like.
Okay.
You can't come in my house.
All right then, sir. Fine, okay.
Who owns the vehicles and the drive? No worries, have you got the logbooks and the insurance for them?
Anybody can come in my house. Okay?
We asked, sir, we asked. Either you talk to him and try and explain, then we're obviously going to have to... We're going to have to dig about and make inquiries on the vehicles. If he wants to take the vehicles...
don't do that. Then he's going to put on my head.
Debt can cause all sorts of family baggage. You could feel the undercurrent, the tension between the son and dad. Debt does tend to reveal all these little things. You just don't know what you're going into.
Minutes later, Bilal's father comes back with his insurance documents.
That's fine, that's the... one second.
Take him and go.
He's a named driver on the Yaris, though, isn't he?
He's a driver only, but does he own the car?
No, I'll give you that. He's only a named driver.
Okay, go on. Can you go, please?
Please don't push me, sir.
No, get out!
Why are you
Please
Please don't.
get out. Go. Go.
No, hold on.
You're not the authority here.
I am.
No, you're not.
I am.
Pass off!
Leave it.
Go.
Please don't do this.
Don't ever come in again in my door again.
Come on, brother. Listen, I'm telling you, don't point.
No, we're trying to keep it calm.
Get out from me at my
I'm not
door.
doing anything, we're just talking.
Please.
Just get out.
Please stop shouting.
Okay?
Please stop shouting, we can get this sorted.
You are breaking the law.
I'm not.
Yes, you
I'll
are.
show you why I'm not. Look.
Look, I don't give pass off. Get out of
What are
here.
you doing now?
Hey, leave it,
Stop that. No. Let me go and get...
A fool, man.
I don't know why you want to do that. There's no need for that.
Come on, man.
Hold on, let me come over.
Listen, I was inside. It's only when he hit that, the only reason I'm in
What
here.
is this?
Yes, you go out from here, it's going to be violent. I'll tell you, I'll guarantee that. So somebody's going to get hurt. Either me or you lot.
His body language was threatening. The things he said were nasty and threatening. He's trying to be intimidating. He's trying to reassert his authority in his house, which at that point he had lost. One of the most dangerous parts of the job is actually when you do make entry, because you don't know what you're entering into. That's when you need to be at your best, and it's a fight or flight situation for them.
Like, call the police.
Okay.
You are intimidating me.
We're going to wait for the police.
You are forcing me.
Dale tries to explain the situation to Bilal's younger brother, Abid.
He's been there and watched it. I haven't done anything to your dad.
No, you
Your dad's
forced me to it.
Your dad's the one that's hit me.
No,
I haven't
you
done
forced
anything.
me. Lying bastard, you don't.
Talking here, obviously, is just going to make everyone upset. We'll just wait for the police and we'll get dealt with.
This is an ongoing thing with this idiot, man. You know what I'm trying to say? That's why my dad's pissed off.
Why did you take him?
I'm not here to take him.
No, you had to take him. He's
Why?
the criminal.
Who's making him a criminal?
You are. You have a right to force him to my house.
We didn't force him to arrest.
Yes, you have forced.
No, we didn't force him to.
Yes,
You know what? I'm not going to argue with you.
Yes.
You called the police, let them come, and then we can deal with it.
Okay.
Yeah? That's cool.
With the police on their way, Abid wants his older brother to take responsibility for the debt.
Listen, fucking prick, man. If you don't fucking pay the $3.5 grand, yeah, they're gonna take everything in the fucking house. Do you not fucking understand that? Idiot. It's more worse than anyone. You fucking swallow your pride and I'll swallow the fucking hood, man.
But then, Bilal's uncle decides to get involved.
Now you want fighting?
No.
Huh?
No.
You want fighting? You tell
No.
me.
No, we don't want to fight. No.
You tell me.
No,
You are fighting?
no. No fighting. No.
I'm ready.
No.
I'm ready.
We're not, nothing like
Yes, then go out.
that. Nothing
Please
like
go
that,
out. Go.
sir. I can't leave here, sir.
Go. You go outside.
Sir, there is no fighting.
What's going on?
I haven't moved from here. I haven't moved from here. I don't know why he's upset.
না হইছে ফাইট করতো নি আমি রেডি
Sasa, এটা করি না। Please, Sasa, এটা করি না।
চলে তো কি করতে
I normally expect most things, but I wasn't expecting a 70-year-old man to ask me to fight and that he was willing to do so. Because we're not there to fight, we're there to resolve the issue. You're never short of surprises in this job, and it just teaches you that you have to be alert at all times because you never know what may happen next.
Bilal's father reappears from downstairs.
We're not.
I know you're not doing nothing. I know you're not doing nothing. I know you're not doing
There's going to
nothing.
be a violent.
Can you just stand there?
Yeah, I'll stand there.
No, you need to stand there.
We're not going around the house. We're standing right here.
I'm going to go to prison. And all of you will be happy.
Please stop it, man! Fucking stop it! Please, Papa! Just please stop it, man! Fucking no, bro! What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Why did you get out of this bloody house?
Fucking no, bro. Are you stupid, man? Fuck, I'm crying, bro. Oh, but please, man. Fucking no, bro.
Abi.
Please.
Look what you're doing, man. They're fucking right. Don't understand, bro.
Right.
They're not gonna move. They're not gonna move unless they get the 3.5 grand or 4.5 grand of fucking worth of assets.
There was an undercurrent of things not right with the family. Something would be said, and then it would flare up again. When in a pressurised situation, you try to keep a balance and things. You don't want the situation to spiral out of control. And I find that keeping calm brings their behaviour down.
The agents have now been in the house for 2 hours. Abid decides to make them an offer.
Oh, can I give a deposit or something of 2 grand? Because I've only got about 2 grand on me. Can I give a deposit or something? Huh? Stop fucking being long, man.
How much?
Huh?
It has to be the full amount. Obviously, I know you're trying, I can see that. I'd rather help you with too.
Yeah, but even if it's a small thing, it's
Hear me,
it's
hear
small
me.
thing, isn't it? Come
Listen,
on.
Look, at the end of the day, you're paying me back, not these fucking... I know that!
Listen.
That's it! I'd rather have that, you fucking pay me back, not these fucking pricks. They're gonna take everything in the fucking... Sorry for being pricks.
No, I understand.
You know what I'm saying? I'll chase you up for fucking 5 years if you have to pay me back 2 grand. I'm not gonna come to your fucking yard and take your shit now, man.
Abid's offer of £2,000 isn't enough to clear the debt. But as Bilal tries to raise some more cash, the police arrive at the house.
Yeah, so we're trying to sort things out.
And his father immediately makes allegations about the agents.
This gentleman, he used his size to force me into it.
We wasn't here present, and obviously got lots of paper, so I would their warrants to have a power of entry.
It's a high court writ.
I don't like it that somebody's coming to my house.
I mean, the best thing I would say is try and be on these guys' side, try and facilitate as much as possible to use law, unfortunately. I swear there's not much more we can do, okay?
With the agent's authority established, Bilal's father makes a surprise offer of £1,500 to resolve the debt.
One was for 2,000, one was for 1,500.
Together with Abid's £2,000 payment, the debt is finally settled.
All the best. Apologies.
You got the phone number? Have you got his phone number?
Little boy.
Brother, all the
Be
best,
safe,
yeah?
You need anything, just give us a call if you've got any queries, yeah? Alright, bro.
5 hours after they first arrived, the case is finally over.
It's always exhausting to get involved in other people's emotional issues, particularly when they don't appear to be anything to do with the reason why we're there. You have to use all your skills and abilities to resolve the matter. And when you do that in a positive way, you come out feeling good about what you've achieved.
Dell and Dale contained an explosive family meltdown. But in Stuart and Vic's next case,
I've got a High Court writ here of £5,890 and 21 pence.
they meet a parent whose debt is turning her life upside down.
You want to go straight on? Go up to your father's house and go straight at him.
In the last 6 months of 2015, family household debt rose by 42%. Couples with 2 or more children owe an average of nearly £19,000. Research has shown that families with children have debts totalling £4.8 billion. Stoke, Staffordshire. It's 7:30 a.m. and High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor have a writ to recover a debt of almost £6,000 owed by Angela and Hugh Lawrence in unpaid private school fees.
I was here last week, but the problem is I was there at about 9:15.
Right.
And there was no one in.
Having missed the defendants first time around, Stuart is hoping this early morning call might still find them at home. As the agents arrive at the address, Stuart spots several cars parked in the driveway.
We've got a Seat Ibiza. There's a Mini Cooper there. There's a selection of cars.
The agents park their van so it blocks the cars from leaving.
Right, let's go.
If Hugh or Angela can't or won't pay the £6,000 they owe, Stuart and Vic have the right to seize the vehicles to cover the debt.
It's like Christmas for me when I turn up to a house and there's loads of cars on the drive, because we just got so much leverage there. One of the cars is going to belong to the defendant. Campus parking permit, so this is obviously one of the daughter's cars, or the son. They're in, mate, because that curtain switched. Oh, here we go, Vic. Here you go, Vic. You got the paperwork.
Yeah. Hello, good morning. My name is Mr. Victor. I'm a High Court Enforcement Agent. I'm after Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence. Angela Lawrence, is that yourself?
I am Angela Lawrence.
Yeah. I've got a High Court writ here. We need to collect an outstanding balance of £5,890 and 21 pence.
Well, I'm divorced and Mr. Lawrence not living here.
As Angela and her ex-husband are named on the writ, both are equally liable for the debt.
The High Court writ is at this address, so we're here to take control of goods today if payments are made, i.e. we will remove vehicles.
No, I'm going to an IVA at the moment.
Are you in one? Are we applying for one?
I am already in one.
Go get the documentation. We'll wait here for now.
Angela claims she has an individual voluntary arrangement, or IVA, a legal agreement which allows someone to pay off debts through a payment plan. If her claim is true, the agents may not be able to enforce the writ, but they need proof. As Angela looks for documentation in her car, Stuart and Vic make peaceful entry through the open front door.
Hello. Hi mate, you alright?
They come face to face with Angela's son, Dino.
Yeah, no problem.
It's a bit random, I don't anything wrong.
It's a High Court writ.
That's because your father didn't pay the school fee for the door, isn't it? That's what it is.
That will be
for the IVA because I rang the people. I told them about yourself, and they said they have a meeting on the 2nd of December. That's what I'm looking for to show you.
As it's going through a meeting at the moment, it won't hold any weight with regards to High Court writ. It's not going to stop us doing what we need to do.
Angela has not been able to provide proof that she has been granted an IVA, which means the High Court writ is still active. Stuart wants to know more about this case.
We don't actually know who the claimant is. What's it actually regarding?
It's regarding a school fee that my ex-husband was meant to pay for my daughter.
Right.
Who's not been living here for 10 years.
Yeah.
Is there any way you can get a hold of your ex-husband and he can make a payment?
Why would you be here if he was able to...
But the fact of the matter is we're going to be removing goods unless payment's made.
Vic hopes that turning attention onto the cars outside might prompt Angela to try and raise some funds.
If we do remove the vehicles, they will sell at auction and it will go towards the debt.
Even if it's my life, I've got nothing to do with this.
You've got to prove it.
If I am the owner of the vehicle.
Have you got receipts for it?
What do you mean receipts?
You bought a car, you got an invoice for it.
Dino claims one of the cars is his, but if he can't prove he owns it, the agents could take it away to cover his mother's debt. As Dino walks back from his car, Stuart heads out to clamp it.
I've got nothing to use with parents.
Yeah, I understand, but I need to see some documentation for these vehicles.
You're taking the piss.
I'm not told, sir. I've explained to you that we need to see some documentation. Yeah, so we need to see some documentation for it, sir. It's very difficult when dealing with people's kids to try not to get emotionally involved, but they need to sadly understand our rights and our powers. It's a shame to think that they'll have to learn that at a young age, but that's challenges we face.
With no signs of payment, Stuart starts to seize the other vehicles in the driveway. Inside the house, tempers are escalating. Angela's brother Sherman steps in to try and calm Dino down.
Look, and Dino, find the evidence. Show the evidence and then go.
What's he doing in the house?
Dino, stop it.
You have to do me,
I don't want to swear in here.
If you're going to sort it, you sort it.
Listen, I don't want to swear in here. If you want to go and swear, no, go up to your father's house and go swear at him.
Dino, go and get. The receipt from the shop, please.
In situations like this where you've got two agents coming into your property, your dad has left, you know, all of a sudden he's the man of the house, isn't he? So he's only there to try and protect his mom. Unfortunately for him, his behavior is not doing us any favors.
It's now 8 a.m. and Dino sets off to get a duplicate receipt from the dealer where he purchased the car. Sherman starts to reason with Vic.
Your purpose today is to get some money.
Yes, sir.
Any which amount?
At the moment, the balance is 5890, so it's almost £6,000.
The most we can raise is £1,500.
It's got to be more than that, sir.
But you got to check to verify that?
Yeah, I can tell you it's got to be 50%, which is £3,000. For me to convince the claimant, and you would look at about £500 a month to clear the debt in 6 months. That's why it's got to be 3,000 today.
Is there any way that could be extended beyond 6 months, please?
Have you got the three? You got 3,000. Will it be paid on debit card? What is the realistic monthly amount?
Half of that.
250. I'll make a phone call.
With an offer on the table from Sherman, Vic calls the office to see if the claimant is willing to accept it.
The beef is they can pay 3,000 today, and then to clear the balance at £250 a month. Then there's nothing of value except we've got a few cars on a drive, but they're going to struggle with the 500, which I've suggested. It's Angela's brother that's going to make this £3,000 payment. All right, thanks, and cheers. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Unfortunately, debt doesn't go away. Just because the family's falling apart or they go their separate ways, the debt is still there. Of course, it's an unfair situation on the partner that's there, but, you know, life's unfair. They still have to pay the debt.
Minutes later, the office calls back.
They can't get hold of the claimant, but we will accept a payment plan. It will be £290 a month. I'm going to agree to that in principle. On behalf of the claimant, we will go after the other defendant as well.
Well, I suggest that you go to his house.
That's what we plan to do.
Andy, can we fix this bit first?
Okay, we start that bit.
Yeah.
Angela agrees to a payment plan, but hopes the agents may be able to recover the other half of the debt from her ex-husband.
If they default on any of these payments, we can come back and have these vehicles removed. Considering what's on the driveway and how much it costs us to remove, I think we've done quite well if we can get £3,000 out of them.
We'll take the £3,000 now.
Sherman calls a family associate to help him pay the debt.
I'm going to put you onto Victor, and we'll take your card details, okay?
That's a great thing with debt. It can bring your family together, and blood is thicker than water. And it just shows you how far other members of your family are prepared to go to make sure that you're all right. And it's a great thing to see. I wish every family was like that. The world would be a better place.
With half the debt settled and a payment plan in place,
no need for this to be on here any longer.
Stuart removes the clamp from Dino's car. Just as Dino returns with his proof of ownership.
Yeah, no problem. We've got it sorted now. Is that the receipt, is it?
So I just walked down to get the receipt from the front.
Yeah.
Well, that's a joke, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we didn't know what was going to happen, mate, I'm afraid.
I think we had a good result this morning. There wasn't anything of value in the property, really, was it, Stuart?
It was a very good result, mate. Very good result.
Stuart and Vic got a calm result in a sensitive situation. But in cases involving families, the potential for fireworks is always there. As Stuart found out last year, when a simple eviction turned into a threatening confrontation. Morecambe, Lancashire. Stuart is with trainee Ian Taylor.
Where are we going to?
Possession order, mate. It's a Miss Katie Pointing. Yeah. And it's Meldon Road, Morecambe.
Tenant Katie has been in and out of rent arrears for 9 months. The landlord has taken the case to the High Court, and Stuart and Ian need to evict her today.
Oh, here we are.
This eviction will be like no other Stuart and Ian have ever faced.
Tell you what, a strimmer could be used around here, couldn't it?
Yeah, gardening's clearly not one of her strong points.
The landlord has given the agents the keys to the property.
Still from front door, apparently.
Miss Pointing, can you come to the door, please?
The writ allows them to gain entry to the house, even if the tenant is out. So the agents decide to unlock the door.
Hello, Katie? We're High Court enforcement agents. We're here to take over the property.
It's clear this is a family home with young children.
Should go have a look.
Yeah, go and have a look in.
Hello? Katie?
The house isn't empty after all.
Right, we've got a possession order to take over the property.
Tenant Katie has been hiding in her bedroom with her 3-year-old daughter and newborn baby.
You speak to the housing office, they'll be able to put you in emergency accommodation, Katie, okay? Just need to try and pack a few things. When we got into the house, we looked around and it was a normal family home. The thing with this job is you've always got to think 3 steps ahead, because it can be going really smoothly and then the next stage, it might be something you do could just trigger it and it could become out of control.
The agents wait downstairs to give Katie time to pack. Stuart starts to disable the back door.
Just taking the lock out, so it means that if she has got another key, it can't be used. Now that we've done that, there's no way that door can be locked
Yeah, you
now.
don't take nothing out of this house.
Suddenly, Katie's boyfriend arrives.
We're not taking nothing.
We're not taking anything, that's right.
Look, do you want to leave?
No, we're not leaving.
Hey!
When you're leaving.
We're not leaving.
Well, I'll tell you what it is, before she leaves, you better find her somewhere and them 2 kids to live.
That'll be for
Otherwise,
us in
she's
the
not
housing
going
office.
nowhere,
She
mate.
is, I'm afraid.
No, she's not.
She is.
No, she's not.
She is. So please don't dictate to me what we can and cannot do.
I'll do what I want.
Okay, you can do what you want, sir. Doesn't change the situation, though, does it?
Yeah, she's not going out of the house. I need her a week.
Sorry, who are you, if you don't mind me
Well,
asking?
do you want to put me out?
Sorry?
Do you want to put me out?
Katie's boyfriend, Martin, the father of her baby, is with her stepsister.
Try and put me out, are you?
Why calm down and the police will be called?
Why you
saying nothing and she's not going anywhere.
You don't
She
need to sign
needs that
anything.
to take to the council
No,
office.
listen, she's not moving, nobody's moving.
No way, you're throwing
Yeah.
her out with a fucking baby like this. You'd
No,
bang out
council
of
have to
order.
reaccommodate.
Get that out,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
and smash it up.
Right.
I'll make a phone call and have some lads here, right? And I swear to God, what? You dickhead. What? What?
Mate,
Eh?
shut up. The kids are here.
Yeah?
What?
Come on,
Hey,
all
maybe
right, I'll give you
social
a swing.
worker.
What are you on about, sir? He was pumped up, he was angry, he came steaming in like a charging bull. Someone coming in that aggressive, being in your personal space, threatening all sorts of physical violence. Who wouldn't be scared by
They're
that?
here.
You've just got to make them aware that no matter what's going to happen, you're not going to change the situation.
No,
Come on.
Why are you being like that, sir?
honestly, they'll house you.
You're a dick.
You've got to.
Quite easily, what'll happen is, right? If it continues,
Yeah.
phone the police,
Yeah,
you'll be
yeah.
taken away, sir. Simple as.
Not a problem.
So it's up to you.
Not a
Do you
problem.
really want me to do that?
Not a problem, mate.
Do you want me to do that?
Yeah, do you want to go outside and do it?
What do you mean outside and I'll be staying here, sir?
Well, so we.
Okay, that's fine. Ian, can you give me the phone, please? Yeah.
With the threats escalating, Stuart's only option is to call the police.
Hello there. My name's Mr McCracken. I'm a High Court enforcement agent, and we're getting abused with threats and physical violence. We need immediate police assistance, please.
The police are on their way, but the agents need to regain control of this eviction before the threats turn to real violence.
I will punch you clean through that window.
Morecambe, Lancashire. High Court enforcement agent Stuart McCracken and trainee Ian Taylor were carrying out an eviction.
Hello, Miss Pointing. Hello.
They found the tenant, Katie, and her 2 children hiding in the bedroom.
Right, we've got a possession order to take over the property.
Her boyfriend stormed into the house
Look, do you want to leave?
No, we're not leaving.
You dickhead.
and made serious threats.
I will punch you clean through that window.
So the agents called the police.
We're getting abused with threats and physical violence. We need immediate police assistance.
Now, despite the aggressive threats, the agents must keep the eviction on track.
You know, but we know.
You're not helping the matter here, are you?
Rap for me. Go on, I'll even put my hands there. You big daft cock, look at you.
What do you think?
What do you think? Because you're a big gorilla?
I'm not here to pick a fight.
Pick a fight.
I'm here to do my job.
You're just a big nut cunt.
Yeah, that's right.
Hi, Janice.
Just stay here, mum.
When someone is being confrontational, trying to get in the way of us doing our job by using goading tactics, we've got no reason to react. And we've got the power of the High Court behind us. We're not going anywhere. We've got more right to be there than he has.
You are one ugly fat fuck.
It's our job to stay cool and calm to defuse the situation.
Despite Martin's objection to the eviction, his girlfriend Katie seems to understand that she has to leave today.
Nobody's going anywhere.
Okay.
She wants to know what will happen to her family's belongings.
Right. How long do you get to get all your stuff? 7 days?
Basically, what you need to do, like in the next hour, just need to pack what you need. Okay. And you need to arrange to come back just to collect, the bigger things.
With the help of her stepsister, Katie starts to pack her belongings. But Martin isn't calming down.
Listen, you're not moving out of this house. I do not give a fuck. You are not moving out. Go on, little man. Look, that's what you call no big one. Hey, and he's fucking laughing at you. If you drag me out holding a newborn baby. Believe me, if they arrest me, you better stand well away from me. Because I would buy your nose, you know.
I couldn't have felt more sorry for that child. That baby hasn't got a choice. We had to work extremely hard to keep that situation under control because it wasn't just three guys. It was a young baby, so we had to keep it as calm and as less aggravated as possible just for the sake of that child.
With the eviction on a knife edge, the police arrive.
All right, so okay. We've got a writ of possession to take over the property today on behalf of the landlord.
It's a newborn baby.
We've explained that. We explained that to the defendant.
It's a High Court writ of possession.
Defendant, yes, that's correct.
What's your first name, Squire?
My name's Martin.
Martin, it's just a technical term, mate.
So what? You're not defendant.
You're Katie. So you're the pretender of this address? Yeah?
What is you
must have been receiving these letters tonight, yeah?
Criminal.
My job here is just to keep the Queen's peace.
Yeah, I'm not
and stop any crime being committed or caused. These lads have got a job to do. And they've got the backing of the Court of the Land. It's a court order, mate.
With the police now present, Stuart changes tactic and steps outside to let the officers deal with Martin.
The skill of the job is learning to contain the situation and learning when to withdraw. We pass the authority on to the police and let the police deal with the person who is causing the aggro.
You're going to have to leave.
Okay, I'm walk out with me now, or you'll be arrested. Listen, I'm so right out to have a peaceful protest.
You're not helping this situation.
I'm making a brew.
So I'm going to invite you to walk out with me now.
Listen, I'm having a brew.
Sure, you're not having a brew.
Finally, with the police's intervention, Martin backs down.
Leave now.
The repossession is completed peacefully.
If I wasn't experienced or I hadn't done this job for a while, I would have been terrified. There's no question about it. But I will meet another Martin the next day, another Martin the day after. It's experience what gets you through.
Next time, in another Can't Pay special.
You push me.
Please.
We see the agents overcoming every barrier put in their way.
Director of the company's on a boat in the Mediterranean.
To resolve some of the trickiest cases of their careers.
Who's going to get arrested? Who?
Don't I get to play games, gentlemen?
Can't Pay Will Take It Away is back for another special next Wednesday at 9. Our home's meant to be our sanctuary, but for some people it's a living hell. The new series of Nightmare Neighbour Next Door continues tomorrow at 8. And the nightmare for some is on the roads, but Paul Connolly is about to lift the lid on what's been catching all of us drivers unawares. Undercover Car Crash for Cash is next.
Threats.
Get hurt! I'll smash his head.
Anger.
Because
Don't,
we
sir,
are people.
don't.
Call the police, man. Call the police, man.
Listen.
Desperation. What happens when debt
I know my rights. Do not touch me again.
tracks you down?
I'm not even paying a penny of it.
Up and down the UK.
You come to the door, please.
We see Britain's most resilient High Court enforcement agents.
Can't believe that's been in there.
Dealing with every debtor's worst nightmare.
Today is actually my birthday.
Because if you can't pay,
Really don't have any money to make payment.
they'll take it away. Personal debt in the UK is on the rise, with the total amount owed currently standing at over £1.5 trillion. In early 2017, a leading advisory body in England and Wales dealt with nearly 3,500 new debt problems every day. High Court enforcement agents Steve Pinner and Max Caraher are in Greenford, West London. They have a writ to recover a large debt owed to a garden landscaping company.
We're looking to collect £21,762.28.
The debtor was ordered to pay substantial costs to the claimant after losing a county court case. But he failed to pay. The case has now been escalated to the High Court. The debtor must pay the money he owes today.
Windows wide open, with the new Mercedes outside. Right, let's give him a knock.
If the Mercedes outside the house belongs to the debtor, it could be seized to offset the debt if he can't or won't pay the £21,000.
Hello, madam.
Yeah, before, just I am Tahali.
Oh, you new?
Yeah.
Have you got a copy of your tenancy agreement or rent agreement?
What's this mean?
Paperwork. Sorry?
You need letter for me?
Paperwork to show who lives here.
Council tax?
Anything like that.
Okay, 1 second.
Yes, no problem. Thanks very much.
As the agents often get lied to, Max and Steve need to see proof that the debtor doesn't live here anymore.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, you're a star.
She shows Max a council tax bill.
When did you move in?
How long have you been here?
6 years. 6 years.
How many people live here?
Me and my kids.
How many kids do you have?
3.
3 kids?
Yeah.
It's just you and 3 children? There's no adult males?
No.
No, okay. I'm just going to look around, okay? Give me 2 minutes. It's all right. It's nothing to worry about.
The council tax bill is in a woman's name only. But this address has been confirmed as the debtor's home. So Max decides to investigate further.
Never take people at their first word, because often they're lying. It's something we're used to, and I suppose at the end of the day, I just need to find the documents to prove what they've already told me.
Upstairs in the bedroom, he makes an important discovery.
I don't believe that.
The debtor's driving licence.
Right. Isn't it a coincidence? The first thing I find in a wallet by the bed, our defendant has a date of birth 10/8/75. 10/8/75. This is our man.
Yeah, yeah, that's my.
With the truth unravelling, Max probes further.
I said, did any males live here?
Yeah, just he's sometimes coming here, he's,
sometimes.
He's half another house.
The woman now denies the debtor lives with his family permanently. So Max goes back upstairs to hunt for more evidence. He finds a range of men's clothes in the wardrobe. It suggests the debtor is more than just an occasional visitor. But then Max finds a letter.
Bingo.
What you got? Okay. Show the lady.
It's a letter sent to the debtor at this address from the NHS.
The keys to his vehicle are there. His wallet's here with all his cards and all that. Get him on the phone for me, please. He's got a bill to pay. Until we find that key piece of evidence that indicates that the defendant does live at the address we're in, we're on thin ice. But when we do find that key piece of evidence, it really changes things. We can turn up the pressure and start enforcing.
The woman tries to call, but Max hears a phone ringing in the room next door.
You're trying to phone this phone that I've just found in the drawer.
As the woman seems unable to contact the debtor, Steve turns his attention to the Mercedes parked outside. A quick search reveals an insurance certificate for the vehicle, naming the debtor as the owner. Steve now calls for a vehicle check.
Oh yeah, free finance.
Free of finance?
It certainly is.
Wow, okay. It's interesting. How much do you think it's worth? Is there anything on it?
Probably about 10 or 11 grand, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say something around there.
Yeah.
All right, lovely. Thank you very much. Speak soon.
No problem. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
As the car is worth almost half of the debt, it's a valuable asset the agents can seize. With the car clamped, Max calls for a recovery vehicle.
Said it's going to be about 90 minutes, so shuffling around a couple of calls to get it out.
Yeah, no problem.
But now the agents need to make an inventory of any other assets of value inside the house.
We have a roller cab, full to the brim.
There's a selection of tools there, which will be extremely heavy.
But the woman is becoming concerned.
You taking what you take?
Not the children's stuff, no.
All right.
No, nothing for the children.
All right.
Nothing that actually belongs to you. Okay?
All right.
The children, no, not at all. We can't take children.
It's okay. I will go bring him to my son. He's left.
Oh, yeah.
You're welcome to collect him.
The woman now says she has to pick her children up from school.
Easy, go this way.
Lift up, got it.
So Max and Steve quickly remove the assets.
Madam, we'll put some paperwork through here so you can lock the door, that's fine.
The woman locks the door and leaves from the back of the house. The agents start to load goods into the van.
Really light.
But just moments later, a man suddenly appears from the back of the house.
Hello, sir. Where have you come from, sir?
What's all this about?
We have a High Court writ for you.
Well, this is my ex-wife and kids. I live elsewhere.
Okay.
You shouldn't take anything off her. It's her television.
The TV?
Yeah, it's her television.
You have to prove it, okay? There's an outstanding balance, okay?
On what? I really can't understand.
These people have
I don't live here.
Okay, well, that's funny because your driving licence, credit cards, the key to your car, tools, it's all in the house.
What I'm saying is, this is my ex-wife's house.
Okay.
But then the debtor spots the clamp on the Mercedes.
Why are you taking my car for?
Right, if you can pay the 24,000.
I'm not paying a penny. I've got no money.
This is a 9 grand car, and there's at least 2 grand's worth, a grand and a half.
No. You're not getting that.
It's a standoff. With the debtor in direct conflict with the agents, it will take all of Max and Steve's tenacity to get this case resolved. Max Caraher and Steve Pinner were in Greenford, West London, to collect a debt of nearly £22,000. The woman they met claimed the debtor didn't live there, but Max found evidence suggesting otherwise.
The keys to his vehicle are there. His wallet's here with all his cards and all that.
Steve clamped his Mercedes.
How much do you think it's worth?
Probably about 10 or 11 grand, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But just as they began to seize other valuable assets from the house, the debtor suddenly appeared.
Why are you taking my car for?
Right, if you can pay the 24,000...
I'm not paying a penny.
Now the agents must make it clear that they have every right to continue to enforce the writ here today.
You're not taking anything.
We are. We've got to take the car.
It's financed.
What's financed? What's financed?
It's on finance.
It's not.
Well, well, it's being cleared. I've just cleared that.
You've just cleared the finance?
Yeah.
So it's not on finance?
I've just paid off my student loan.
Okay.
Okay, I'm student.
So it's not on finance?
Well, at the moment, no.
Correct. So we can take it?
Yeah, I don't know anybody. I'm going to take it to court.
Okay. It's obviously, it's been to court twice.
Mate,
who are these people?
He now says he knows nothing about the debt.
We're going to try and get our thinking heads on. Have you ever done any business ventures before?
Mate, nothing
You've had
at all.
no business ventures?
No.
Steve calls the office.
Hi, mate. The gentleman here, obviously, it's a large amount of money, and he says that he knows nothing about it. He would just like some idea of what it's to do with.
The debtor it's a car accident, basically. What happened is, the debtor was parked at a roundabout. Our client drove into the back of him. He went to court, and it was awarded against him, and all paperwork was served at the address that you're at.
Okay, lovely. Thank you very much. Okay, so you now know as much as we know. It was a car accident.
Okay.
It went to court. You lost. The court then...
No, I didn't lose.
Okay.
I didn't lose on that time.
Well, okay.
The debtor suddenly seems to know all about the case.
I couldn't get in touch with anybody else.
Well, you heard the same information that I heard. I can't tell you anything else.
But then he makes an unexpected move. He walks off, leaving his Mercedes to the agents, and gives up the fight.
They do like making us bloody work for it, don't they?
When people lie to us, we ask all sorts of questions, and then we ask them in a different manner or a different time. And 9 times out of 10, they make the mistake of not giving the same answer. So liars need very good memories. So that's where they fall over.
Minutes later, the recovery vehicle arrives.
Oh yes, there's my boy, and they've got space for the stuff.
Okay, it's all yours.
The car will be sold at public auction. Any proceeds raised from its sale and from the other items seized will be used to offset the debtor's £21,000 debt.
Thank you very much, mate. You take care.
But if he doesn't pay the outstanding balance, the agents will be back.
It was on the depths of beyond.
Well, Mr. Pinner, I thought it was going to rain today, and it's been the hottest day of the year to lug around tool chests, televisions, and a vehicle.
Okay, coffee truck.
Recent research has shown that self-employed workers in the UK are increasingly suffering from late payment of invoices. Nearly half report that they're struggling to make ends meet due to late payments, while more than a third have had to seek financial assistance from family and friends. Enfield, Middlesex. High Court Enforcement Agent Aaron Groves and colleague Ian Taylor are on their way to recover a debt of nearly £4,000.
What do you reckon? Doesn't look a bad area, does it?
No, it doesn't look too bad, really.
The claimant was a supplier who wasn't paid the full amount for his services at a music festival organised by the debtor.
Let's hope he's in.
After failing to get his money back through the county court, the claimant escalated the case to the High Court. And now the debtor must pay in full today.
Morning, sorry to bother you. We've got a matter we need to discuss with you. Do you mind if we just come in and have a chat?
What's this about?
It's regarding the case. You've been taken to Northampton County Court.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
Well, they've obtained a judgment against you.
Yeah.
Which hasn't been paid, so they've escalated it to the High Court.
Yeah, well, we've contested it. It's
Okay.
been, I've got a solicitor on the case.
Okay.
And it's been all officially done. I don't owe the money. I'm innocent. They made a mistake.
Right.
Do you want to come inside?
Aaron and Ian need to make it clear to the debtor that although he may have disputed the case, it hasn't gone back to court yet, and so the writ is still active. The agents now have to enforce the judgment.
Today we're here to collect £3,792.30.
Well, you're not.
Can you not pay that today?
No, I don't owe it. I'll show.
Okay. I'll give you a copy of the court order that says you do owe it.
Yeah. We're applying it for it to be set aside. It's not been set aside yet. It's in process.
Well, that means it's active.
And that does mean that you're now liable to pay.
Any money you pay today is held by our company for 14 days to give you a chance to appeal against it.
I haven't got any money.
Okay.
And I don't owe it.
But what I'm going to start doing now is I'm going to start walking around the property to do an inventory of goods that we're going to be looking to remove.
Oh, for God's sake! This is not right.
Well, you need to pay it.
I haven't got any money. Can you step outside?
No, we're inside the property now.
Quite a lot of the time, the person will be focused more on the dispute than the fact that we're there to collect the money or remove goods. It's our job to make them realise that we are there to collect the money. We're not there to listen to the story. There's a dispute process for a reason.
Realising Aaron and Ian aren't going to go away, the debtor gets his father on the phone.
Dad, I've got 2 enforcement officers in my house, and they all want to remove goods. They say I owe it. This is my father.
The defendant
dealing with the.
Hello.
What you're doing is absolutely outrageous.
Unfortunately, though, sir, while there's not a stay on the case, that does make it enforceable. So what will happen today is we're going to be removing goods.
I would like to have time to my solicitor about this, because what's going on here is really, really wrong. Surely to God, you can give us just a little bit of slack here.
Sir,
You're enforcing something which is wrong.
But it's not wrong, sir. We've got the paperwork that says that we should be here.
This is just, it's like living in Russia.
Well, I'm afraid we're the ones that have sent here to come and do the job, sir, so it will need to be paid.
What is the sum, please?
The outstanding is £3,792.30.
Whoa. I am prepared to pay you that, but I would ask you, please, to allow me to make one phone call to my solicitor first, because I have an awful feeling that this money will be down the drain. Can I just make one phone call? I just want confirmation from somebody on my side of the fence.
By all means, you can make a phone call, that's fine.
Whilst Aaron and Ian wait for the man's father to call back, they're keen to find out more about the case.
What's the debt relating to, if you don't mind me asking?
It's just a little dispute. He owed me some money which he didn't pay, and then when we did this festival, he wanted all his expenses back, and I offset everything properly. And he's just said I owe a load of money, and if you do that on a court form, then this can happen.
5 minutes later, the man's father calls back.
Hello.
He confirms what I said, that we have raised this dispute with the court. This is a completely incorrect enforcement. Is there nothing you can do to give us time to get that instruction from the court? Because you and I both know that if I pay this money, the chances of getting back are going to be difficult. It will be expensive. It will take me a month of Sundays. We can afford the thing. It's just a dispute.
Unfortunately, sir, I would advise paying it.
Yeah, but I'm not going to get it back, am I? I mean, can you not give me an hour?
Sir, look, no matter what you do, it's not going to get you put on hold today.
Just a second. That's a phone call from the solicitor. Can you ring back in a second?
Quite a lot of the time, the solicitor will try and stop us from enforcing with various different ways, from claiming that they're going to apply to have the writ set aside, which of course it doesn't happen immediately. So nothing they do or say is going to stop it. We're here and now, still with the case.
As the to and fro of calls continues, Aaron decides to give the debtor another chance to pay.
Can you pay this debt?
Give us a minute, mate.
Aaron's patience has now run out.
Right, mate, I'm now going to start the removal process, okay?
With no sign of payment, Aaron and Ian start an inventory of assets in the house.
Have you looked upstairs yet?
No, not yet. Do you want to get the car clamped up as well?
Ian immobilises the man's car, while Aaron rings for a removal truck.
At the moment, the payment keeps being delayed. Can you send out a removal van on that, please?
So you need a large Luton, yeah? Okay, no problem. I'll get that sorted. Just get Alison on it for you straight away.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I'll see you soon. Cheers, thank you. Bye-bye.
Now Ian needs to make it clear what will happen if assets are removed.
The money's held for 14 days. If we remove goods, they're only held for 7 before they go to auction.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Well, I don't make the law. I'm just here to enforce it.
Then the debtor's father calls again.
Okay, I've spoken to her solicitor and I understand that we have no recourse. I really am protesting in the strongest way possible about this whole procedure. It's wrong. But if we have no option, we have no option. How do we pay you this money?
The debtor's father finally appears to have accepted Aaron's authority.
Okay, are you ready for the details, sir?
Yeah.
He pays off his son's debt in full.
I think when a debtor falls into debt, it's ultimately their responsibility, and I think it should be them to get themselves out of debt. But of course, it doesn't happen like that most of the time.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, mate.
I'll be removing the clamp before we leave.
Please do, yeah. I don't want to keep that.
Don't want a souvenir. They've got 14 days to make an appeal. If he doesn't owe the money, then he'll be given his money back, won't he? But that's not our decision to make. We're just there to collect the money. We're not even there to get involved in disputes of right or wrong. At the end of the day, a writ's been issued, that person owes the money.
Thanks to their persistence, Aaron and Ian got the outcome they wanted. But in Stephen Max's next case,
Mr. Ali!
a routine eviction
We have a High Court writ to repossess the property.
exposes a bitter feud.
Why is he abusing? He's abusing me.
A recent survey has revealed that nearly half of landlords in the UK have had a tenant evicted from their property in the last 3 years due to rent arrears. Last year, over a third of private landlords were owed money by their tenants, with the average amount exceeding £1,600. High Court enforcement agents Max Caraher and Steve Pinner are back on the road. This time they're in Hounslow, Middlesex, to carry out an eviction.
We're off to see Mr. Salim Ali, Mr. Mohammed Irfan, and all other occupiers.
But this is no ordinary eviction.
We have a writ of possession combined with a writ of control. We're also looking to collect £3,454.75.
The agents have 2 jobs to do. One to take back the property, and another to reclaim 6 months' worth of unpaid rent owed to the landlord, Mr. Bansal. He's here to meet the agents.
Morning, gentlemen. Mr. Banzel.
Yes. Hi there.
Steve,
Hello,
nice
Steve.
to meet you.
And you?
Okay, let's go and through the front door.
Yes, please.
Do they like you?
I'm not sure. I haven't spoken to them for quite a few months now, so.
Well, maybe a good idea if you just wait here for a second till we. Do you have any keys at all?
Yeah, I just got.
Okay, brilliant.
The landlord's parents are also
What
here.
is that?
His father hands them the keys.
Okay. I'll be with 1 minute. Just stay there.
The tenants live on the upper floor of the semi-detached house.
We'll do this one and then we'll go up. Lock on the first floor.
This lock is not working because they have damaged it.
Put a new lock in.
They have changed it.
Yeah. Okay. Mr. Ali! Do you have a bar or anything to open the door with?
The agents have the right to force entry to repossess the property if no one answers.
Thank you.
But it seems there is someone in after all.
Good morning. Mr. Ali? Okay. Good morning. And you are Mr. Irfan. Okay. We're enforcement agents and we have a High Court writ to repossess the property. Okay? Can you come in? Yes, please. Thank you.
The man, Mr. Irfan, is one of the tenants named on the writ.
Is it just you here now?
Just only Ali lives here, not me. But I came yesterday to stay here with him for a night. He's gonna come back later on.
What's his stuff?
This is all his stuff.
Okay, and your stuff?
I don't have anything.
Oh, you don't have anything?
No.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to pack your clothes and that. I suggest you call him.
Yeah.
Is he local?
He said that he's gonna go to Chester.
Chester?
Leicester.
Leicester. Well, he's not local then, is he? Okay, well, he will have to make arrangements to come and collect his stuff.
While Mr. Irfan starts to pack up his friend's belongings, the landlord's father tells Max more about the case.
They did show us the statement of £30,000 earning, and we given them the property. And as soon as they moved into the property, the first rent they stopped it. They said we're not going to pay. They have been parking about 5-6 cars here. When we ask them why these cars are, they say we are rich people. We got 6 cars. There are a lot of things we wanted to do, which we have cancelled it because the finance was not coming in. So I mean, financially, yes, they have just ruined our life.
But upstairs, Mr. Irfan has overheard the conversation, and he's not happy.
Please, I don't want to see them because if they abuse again, they abuse in my language.
It's really words, okay? Shut your ears. I'll tell them to keep it down, okay? I know you understand they have a problem with you. You have to understand that.
Not with me, with Salim.
With the greatest respect, your name is on it as well, so the problem is with both of you.
Okay.
So you have to understand that.
No, but again, we shouldn't be...
But they're cross.
They're
angry. They're owed money. They're angry. It's always our choice to try and keep the landlord away from the house whilst we're doing an eviction. Simple reason is they're not going to get on. One doesn't like the other. Either way, there's a reason they're being evicted, so if we can keep them apart, there's going to be no arguments.
The agents have been at the property for just under an hour. Mr. Irfan is almost ready to leave, but now Steve has to make him aware that getting the flat back is only half the story.
There is £3,500 outstanding.
It seems that no payment can be made, but it's clear that there's nothing of value in the flat.
There's not a great deal, is there?
Collecting on the £3,500 is going to be nigh on impossible.
Steve breaks the bad news to the landlord.
There's about £2.20 worth of whatever's in the flat. You're not going to get it. And that's the honest truth. All I can suggest is that you let them settle somewhere else and then go after them. Okay? There is absolutely nothing in there. There's a wardrobe, a clothes horse, mattress on the floor.
Yeah.
They took everything.
They've taken everything.
They've taken everything.
I think
okay.
They've taken. They've got about 5 or 6 cars. They've moved all of those out.
No cars here.
Okay.
The drive, everything was full here before. So.
Do you know the registration numbers of the vehicles?
I do.
What I suggest you do, go back to our company, suggest that they do a trace on them, give them all the details of the vehicles, and hopefully we can recoup your money like that. We'd only be too pleased to do it. You're lucky they left you with the bricks. 9 times out of 10, the people that have to be evicted aren't going to have money hidden in a corner or a shoebox somewhere. The reason they're being evicted is because they haven't paid the rent. They're not going to have a pot of gold sitting in the corner.
The eviction is almost complete, but before Mr. Irfan leaves, the landlord's parents decide to go into the flat and record events.
Why is he abusing? He's abusing me. He said, why is he taking video?
Him, this is one of the landlords. If he wants to film, that's up to him.
He shouldn't abuse.
Can you just go downstairs, do the locks?
I have done the locks.
You've done the locks, okay. Could you wait downstairs then, please?
Shut up.
Right,
Yeah?
sir, if you just go down, we'll deal with the repossession.
Yes, I'm doing it. I'm helping you out, guys. Why is he abusing for?
He's downstairs now. If you just concentrate on packing up your stuff.
With the landlord's parents back outside, Mr. Irfan is ready to leave.
That'll be his Uber cab. That's him. Yeah, that'll be him.
But before he goes, he's keen to share his side of the story.
They got more cases with people here as well. All of their people who are staying in their houses, they're not treating them in a way they need to treat them. They're not trying to refurbish their house and stuff. They just only that's it.
With Mr. Irfan gone, the landlord finally has his house back.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's yours now. They're not going back in there.
Okay.
So you can close your door. And then just make sure that you come back and make that secure with a new lock.
I've not been in any communication with the tenant whatsoever. Ever since they stopped paying their rent after the first month, I contacted them by phone. They stopped answering the phone, stopped answering the door. They seemed financially stable. The agent seemed quite content that they're good tenants. But obviously it was all a con, really.
Okay, that's us done then.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your time, sir.
It's been a tricky case for the agents.
I really do feel for the landlord who's lost out. He's got to pay the bills, the utilities, he's got to pay the maintenance, he's got to pay the council tax, all the charges, etc. that the tenant has refused to pay. Must be a nightmare.
A recent survey has revealed that nearly 75% of UK adults lent money to friends and family in 2016. 1 in 20 have lent over £5,000. However, over 40% never see their money again. High Court enforcement agent Aaron Groves and trainee Connor Jackson are in Bayford, Hertfordshire.
Okay, mate, £6,740 and 1 pence to an individual.
Okay. The claimant is the debtor's ex-partner who lent her money but wasn't paid back. He won a county court judgment against her but still wasn't paid. The claimant has escalated the case to the High Court.
Hello, my name's Aaron Groves. We're here regarding a case we've been taken to court. Yeah.
Are you right?
Yeah, are you okay?
Throat infection or something?
Laryngitis.
Oh, right.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
She won't hurt anyone.
Oh, no, that's all right. No, they're lovely dogs. Hello.
Right, we're here because you've been taken to court.
Yeah.
Basically, because the case hasn't been paid at county court level, he's escalated to the High Court. What that basically means for you is today we're here to either ask you to pay this debt, which at the minute it stands at £6,740 and 1 pence, or we're here to look to remove goods from the property.
This is my parents' house, it's not mine.
The debtor says she's staying with her parents temporarily, but as this is her current address, the High Court writ was issued here, and the agents have every right to stay and enforce it.
Ideally, we just need this paying. Is there anybody that can help you at all?
My parents can help
Yeah, if they've got a card, they can pay over the phone to us.
They won't have 5,000, 6,000 on there.
But I mean, unfortunately, we've got to do a job.
While she calls her parents, Aaron and Connor look for goods of value belonging to her that might help offset the debt if she can't pay. Connor finds a downstairs bedroom.
Aaron, this will be all hers.
But there doesn't appear to be much of real value here.
Let's leave it where it is for now, mate.
Then the debtor wants Connor to speak to her father.
Yes, I will. It's my parents.
Okay. Good afternoon, my name's Connor Jackson, High Court Enforcement Agent that's in your house. I'll explain to you, explain to your daughter, we don't want to take anything that doesn't belong to her, but if the balance is paid, we won't be taking anything.
I haven't got that amount of money. You have entered my house, you're a trespass in there, so I'm asking you to leave. Listen, as a retired police officer of 30 years standing, I'm going to phone the police station and I'm going to report there are trespassers on my house and I'm in York. Now you can either come back tomorrow or Friday and see me personally when I'm returned, or you leave the house immediately. Up to you, your call.
I won't be leaving, sir. If you want to phone the police, that's up to you.
Right, okay, then I'll phone the police and say there's trespassers at my house.
Not a problem, and I'll show them the High Court writ that I have to enter the property when they get here.
It's not to my house though, is it?
Yes, it is, sir.
Why have you got it to my house?
Because that's the address that we've traced your daughter to.
I'm telling you now, you're a trespasser. I'm asking.
Phone the police then, sir. That's the end of the matter.
A parent can sometimes make the situation better or worse, of course. In some ways it's better because of the bank of mum and dad. Other times they can aggravate the situation that they feel that we're putting their son or daughter into.
The case has taken an unexpected turn.
Please don't be rude to my parents.
He thinks we're trespassing, we've entered illegally.
You know what? I'm trying to sort it out. I am doing my best. My sister as well.
It will take all of Connor and Aaron's patience to get this tricky case resolved. High Court Enforcement Agent Aaron Groves and trainee Connor Jackson were in Bayford, Hertfordshire, to recover a debt owed to an ex-partner.
At the minute it stands at £6,740.01. All we're here to look to remove goods from the property.
The debtor said she was living at the address temporarily.
Well, this is my parents' house, it's not mine.
But as this is her current address, the writ has been issued, and Aaron and Connor have every right to look for assets belonging to her.
Let's leave it where it is for now, mate.
But then her father threatened to take action of his own.
Okay, then I'll phone the police and say there's trespassers at my house.
There's no sign of the police, but then the debtor's sister arrives.
Hello.
Hello, this is my parents' property.
We never said it wasn't your parents' house. We never said that at any
No,
point.
but how does it work that if she is not actually living here?
She is.
But she,
Your stuff's here. You're living here.
But that is her
Is she
stuff.
sleeping here? She's living here then.
I'm staying here.
You're living here though. You're not sleeping out on the street. You're not sleeping in a car. You are technically living here, even if it's for a short period of time.
So this is like the first notification.
No, we sent a letter 7 days ago
To this address.
to this address.
So did you get this letter 7 days ago?
No, I swear I didn't.
It seems that she wants to take control of the situation. She gets on the phone to another sister.
They are doing what their job is, what this county, whatever this.
That's a High Court writ.
You know, what is it?
That's a High Court writ.
This is a High Court writ, so you know it's all legal. They're not just like thugs that are just literally breaking in and removing your property. They're doing what they. There's nothing else to do. There is nothing else that we can do.
It does make our life a little bit easier when one member of the family goes, right, this is how it is. We're going to deal with it, and then we'll deal with you at a later date.
Let me pass you on to one of the chat. This is my eldest sister. This is my parents.
I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. It's just my poor parents have taken her in.
Okay, just listen to what I want to say. The address that we've got for her is here, and as she's sleeping here and all of her stuff is here, it's reasonable to believe that she's living here. We can take payment from more than one place as well, doesn't it?
I've got a couple of grand.
Okay.
You take cards, Mr.
We can, yeah.
Have you got any cards that you can pay anything on? No, she hasn't.
the whole family agree to split the cost of settling the debt between them.
Are you ready for card numbers?
Yeah, just bear with me 2 seconds, please. Okay, how much are you paying on this card?
3,000.
3,000.
Another £2,000 is paid on the mother's card.
Okay, how much are you paying on this card? The remainder, yeah?
And the remainder of the debt is paid by the other sister.
And that's it all sorted.
Right, that's it. Job's a good one. Right, we shall leave without taking anything. Okay. Debt just doesn't affect one person. You know, if you're in debt, it affects everybody around you in different ways. And you know, especially if you're living with people and we turn up at your door, it is going to directly affect them. Every address that we attend is different. Everyone's got their own life experiences. They're going through their own problems at different points in their lives. So you never know what you're going to get when you knock on the door. You don't know what story you're going to hear.
Aaron and Connor's patience has paid off.
Just after 2 hours and we've walked out with it paid in full. Hopefully that's another happy client.
An unhappy family though, all because she tried to bury her head in the sand and claiming she didn't know anything about it.
And Can't Pay Will Take It Away continues new next Wednesday at 9. 2 families from Wolverhampton living at either end of the wealth divide swap lives in the last in the current series of Rich House Poor House tomorrow at 9. But are there still questions to be answered in the case of Shannon Matthews? We speak to those who helped in the search for the missing schoolgirl next.